Hello lovely ones, this is Anushka and welcome to your May astrology and tarot reading. I just wanted to give you this little update to let you know what's going to be going on this month. So Uranus is moving into Taurus and this is really exciting. Everyone's talking about it. So I'm going to be talking about that mainly in your astrology as I'm shuffling your cards this month. Plus I'm going to be doing a Uranus into Taurus special, okay, for each and every sign, and this is going to be a tarot reading plus a more in-depth look at the astrology. This reading is going to be available on my site and it's going to be available for only 80p. It will be paid because of the fact that I do so many videos and I think it's only fair that I ask a little contribution. So if you want to go to my website, I'm going to be releasing that video, the Uranus into Taurus video special on the 15th of May, and I will include a link to that underneath every single monthly. I'll update them. I'll also just release a little video letting you guys know that it's now out and you can go to my site if you want to check that out. What else do I want to tell you? Okay, also a huge thank you to all you Cancers out there. Thank you so much guys for all of your support and your interactions. I get so much energy from you, it's beautiful. Virgo is another one, but Cancer, you are right up there. And you know, I did say that I was going to start doing mid-monthly updates for the signs that watch the most of my videos. So Cancer, it's you. So on the 15th you're going to get your Uranus into Taurus special, and Cancer, you're also going to get your mid-month update, which will be just a special tarot reading for you guys, just as a big thank you. I very much believe in reciprocating energy, so I really appreciate that. I'm really excited about this transit. It's a big deal, that's why so many people are talking about it, and I think we're going to see a lot of revolution, evolution, and people seeking freedom in some really amazing ways, and some real leaps forward. So awesome. Thank you guys so much for watching. Now onto your monthly. Hello Scorpio, welcome to your May 2018 astrology forecast, astrology and tarot, reading with me, Anushka. I have to excuse my voice, I'm very croaky at the moment, a bit under the weather. So, alright, as we're coming into this month, the big news is that Uranus is going to be changing signs and moving into Taurus, which is going to see a lot of earth changes, a lot of shifts in out there in the world, and on a physical level, you know, as well, quite literally, because Taurus is very much, it's an earth sign, it's very much about the senses, and about the abundance of the earth. So, you know, we're likely to see not only shift in values and shift in financial institutions, but we're also likely to see perhaps even more earthquakes, more volcanic eruptions, and major progression in terms of how we treat the environment, how we work with the environment and nature. So it is a time to really expect the unexpected, but for you, this will move into your 7th house. So in your 6th house, where issues of health, issues of the day-to-day schedule, issues of work have been apt to sudden change and surprise, and maybe you've had unexpected opportunities in terms of work, or maybe an unexpected illness, which then very quickly healed type thing. Well, now he moves into that 7th house of yours, and it will become about relationships, perhaps unusual relationships, relationships that are a bit more outside of the box, perhaps an open relationship. You know, you can expect to see people with this kind of Uranian quality who are maybe eccentric or somewhat genius. You may partner up with people like that. We've got Pluto and Saturn in your 3rd house, and they're both retrograde, and Mars is bringing action and energy to that 3rd house too. So communication, you're probably very busy in your neighborhood, and there's a lot of mental activity going on, and you could be, you know, and in some ways this kind of relates to what's going to start happening with your 7th house. You know, the 3rd house is about communication. Communication is vital to relationships, but at the moment with Saturn and Pluto retrograde there, you're kind of reviewing these things, and it could be to do with, you know, your relationship with your siblings and things like that. There may have been unexpected people pop up into your life, maybe even unexpected sibling connections, family connections, that kind of thing, and things may be being revealed of the past and in relation to siblings. Jupiter is in your sign still. It's going to be there for a while, so you are expanding, you're growing, you're trying new things, and your vision of yourself and your understanding of yourself expanding as well. But at the moment, you know, your spotlight is on partnerships. The sun is there, the new moon will be there on the 15th. So the day that Taurus enters, the day that Uranus enters Taurus, we have that new moon there as well, which ushers in this new energy. It couldn't be more of a sign from the universe that, hey, this is a fresh new beginning for all of us. So I've shuffled the cards already, and you'll see I'm using 3 decks here. This one's the Enchanted Map by Colette Baron Reid. It's a beautiful deck. I've got my Rider-Waite, and I've also got my Angel Oracle cards, which I've had for years. So let's go ahead and do your reading. Just make sure I've got these straight for you so you can see them properly. Okay, so what have we got going on here? So I've been quite quiet because I want to save my voice a little bit, because it's really croaky, and I don't want to lose my voice because I've still got a few more videos to do. So I only really want to speak as is necessary. It seems like some of you have gone over a period of a pretty nightmarish period in some senses. You've been through some difficulty, there's been some struggle, whether it's to do with heartache or whether it's to do with your own, just your own psychology or anxiety, something like that. But it seems like you've come through a period of anxiety, of stress, possibly of heartache and feelings of loss, or perhaps even you know, feeling like you were slightly losing your mind, or you were losing your focus, and not a nice place to be. But I feel like you've come part through this and you've put it behind you. But it seems in some ways as though maybe it is kind of present on your mind, because I feel like you learnt a lot from it. And I feel like that's why we have the Hermit here in your position of, you know, the root of the matter and the subconscious. I feel like you've gained a lot of wisdom through some recent hard times that might have been very painful to go through, but they've shone a light on you as a being, as a conscious being, as an individual, and highlighted certain aspects in yourself, and perhaps made you grow in ways that you could never have imagined had you not been through that thing you've been through. And part of this could be to do with the Queen of Wands energy. So, you know, this could be either like any of the fire signs, Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries, or it could be, you know, somebody who, I mean, she's coming in on the reverse. So we're looking at somebody who is impulsive, who is rash, somebody who can be quick to temper, unpredictable, a challenge, really, a very challenging energy to be around. And I feel like that perhaps this person's on your mind a bit. I feel like this relates to your past and the insight that you've gained into yourself. But I think it's got you coming out, like, it's almost like you're feeling a little bit reflective of the past, looking at what's been and what's gone and where it has left you. And some of you may be having, you know, may have relationships on the mind, may have an ex on the mind, and just kind of, you know, sometimes how we need to heal and just work through certain things within us that get highlighted as a result of difficult relationships. I feel like there's an awareness of that within you. So I feel like this is what's going on with you on like the deeper and more emotional realms. Crossing you for better or for worse, we have the Emperor. So this speaks to me of structure. This speaks to me of discipline. So I'm seeing here, you know, it could be that you have crossed paths with, or you've met with an older male figure who is either offering you some sort of security or business opportunity or role, or this could be saying that what's needed now is, you know, you've had this period of suffering and a bit of hardship here, and what's needed now is to bring in a sense of a bit more responsibility. You know, like it's fine to nurse ourselves, to heal our wounds, and to kind of curl up on the sofa after a heartbreak, you know, for a little while. But then there comes a time, once that healing's done, to bring structure back into our reality, to take those lessons forward and bring structure back into our lives.
and start ruling, in a sense. You know, I look at him very much as a ruler. Start taking ownership and laying claim to our lives again once that once that period of healing has been done. And I feel like that's what you're being called to do. And it might very well be that this energy manifests itself as somebody older, who offers you some sort of an opportunity, somebody who essentially is somebody who has this kind of a very established, they might have an established business. There's something about them that's very established. You know, they have experience, they have wisdom, they are established, and this may be how this energy manifests itself. Got King of Swords in the upright position above you, so this could be, you know, we're talking about air signs here, or somebody who's very mentally adept, somebody who's a communicator, who is progressive in their thinking as well. And so this could be somebody who could actually help align you with a higher sense of structure and moving forward in life. Because what I'm seeing, in a sense, is that in some ways it might be wise for you to partner up with somebody or with people, because on some senses there's this forward movement and there's a sense of victory and opportunities coming to you. But I feel like there's a lack of planning in some ways. It almost feels like your energy is being a little bit wishy-washy in some ways, and perhaps maybe thinking about the past more than is necessary. But it feels like there's opportunity for you to move forward, there's opportunity for abundance, there's opportunity for, I'm seeing for some of you as well, perhaps, a lot of moving about. And not even like, it could be travel, but I feel like moving about for work, and even if it's not literal, it could be that opportunities are arising for forward movement in business and in work. And I think you'd do well to align yourself with somebody of this kind of energy, or of the Emperor kind of energy. I think there will be people who want to get involved with you in what you're doing, and perhaps even who want to invest in you, in your time, in your talents, those kinds of things. And I think that would do, you know, you'd do very well with that. We've got the 9th house highlighted here twice, which I find interesting. And fire energy, I think, could work well for you, as long as you're not focusing on the fire energy of the past that's perhaps hurt you. You know, I think fire energy could work well for you. But you're being asked, I think it's be wise for you to utilize your creativity, your passion, your inspiration, and bring it into concrete form, manifest it, you know, and align yourself with people who, it's almost like I feel like you need to come away from the emotional realms and be a lot more practical, business-minded, forward-focused, and inspired this month, so that you can bring about perhaps much-needed change or new opportunities through that fire that burns inside of you. Okay, because on some level there's a feeling, Scorpio, that you're showing up a little bit semi-defeated and maybe not so focused, not very clear on where you're going, why you're going, where you're going, what you're doing. So there's a need for clarity, and I feel like these people can really help you. I feel like the universal energy is on your side, and you want forward momentum and movement. I think you don't want to be stagnant or focusing on the past too much. You've learned what you've learned, but I just feel like it's almost like you need a little kick up the arse a little bit, without being offensive. The card that I drew for you from the Colette Baron reading cards was Follow the Leader, which I think is perfect, really, really perfect in regard to this, because we have themes of leadership here, don't we? With the Emperor, even with the King of Swords, and here with the 6 of Wands. You know, this is victory. This is, I'm victorious in my projects. I have people's backing and support. People want to get on board with you. People want to see you doing well. People might want to merge with you business-wise, opportunity-wise, money-wise. You know, so this is a time, this in Follow the Leader, it seems very apt to me. In some ways, people are looking to you to take a stand and to be a leader and to step into that role in your own life. And in some ways, it would be wise for you to embody sorry, I don't know if you can see that clearly, but to embody the aspects of leadership that you admire. If there are people that you admire, if there are people you look up to in the world, maybe start embodying and emulating some of the characteristics that they have. But the time is you are being called upon to step up on some level, I feel, Scorpio, and I kind of, I'm getting this lamenting sense. My gut is giving me this lamenting sense and this kind of slightly, and not heavily, but slightly melancholic, nostalgic feel. And it feels like that's just not serving you anymore. And Scorpio, I know you're fixed and, you know, you're water, but it feels like it is now time to allow that water energy of yours to be flowing, and don't let it stagnate. The angel card we have for you is hope. Okay, so I'll read this out to you. Hope indicates that the sun is about to come out in an area of your life. The angel wisdom reminds you that your spirit is immensely resilient and powerful, so keep faith with your dreams and visions. Remember, the universe wants you to have your heart's desire. It is simply waiting for you to believe you deserve it before the angels bring it to you. Do your part by deciding what you truly want. Then send out positive thoughts for the changes you seek and for the fulfillment of your wishes. Ask the angels for help, and they will fan the sparks of potential and bring them to life. Hope is magnetic quality which attracts the great and beautiful into your life. I am eternally optimistic. I like that because it speaks to me of this visionary nature of moving forward. I feel, you know, there's fire energy, there's passion here to be ignited. But and also, even if this isn't a person that you're thinking about from the past, Scorpio, this could very much be how you're showing up at the beginning of the month. Almost like your passion, your creative spark, your brilliance is being a little bit subdued, and you're not really in touch with that, so it's kind of asking you to kind of wake up a little bit, Scorpio, is what I feel this month. Okay, I hope you enjoyed your reading, guys. Like I said, my 15th of May, Uranus into the sign, into Taurus. Videos will be out for each sign on my website. Until then, I look forward to seeing you guys again. Take care. Bye-bye.